crash in Hampshire. The number 9 seed, Wild Thing.
3 times a previous semi-finalist.
Right, we're in with the big boys now. Haha, and you really are in with the big boys. Number 9 seed, Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Going against number 1 seed at this stage. How does that make you feel?
Well, number 1 seed Razor, we actually haven't fought them during the entire series, and so it's going to be really interesting to fight them.
Now, have you, though, let them anywhere near your robot? Because what they do is they have a good look at where the gubbins are.
They've been sneaking around, trying to see where things are. It's not going to be too easy for them because the front of our robot is actually the strongest part, and those are the 2 parts that normally meet. And that's also where our cutting disc is.
Right.
So, unless they get around the back of us, which I don't think they will, it's going to be very interesting.
Does have a compact V-shaped steel chassis and alloy steel cutting disc at the front driven by powerful motors, but there's a high ground clearance and the tyres are exposed.
From Bournemouth in Dorset, the number 1 seed, Razor.
A part bird, part reptile destroyer.
Is it hysteria setting in?
Oh, most definitely.
Nerves?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I was being a bit optimistic there, wasn't I? Have you had a good look?
Oh, yeah, yes. You know me, don't you?
I know, so simply a matter of what first?
The speedo, actually, in the front, yeah.
Okay. But
I don't think it
But
is.
the front is also where its disc is.
Oh, that's right. It's just a little nibbler, isn't it?
It's got him this far, his little nibbler.
He's done all right, actually.
Aluminium and steel chassis, has speed, is nimble, a very powerful weapon, but the unorthodox self-righting mechanism takes its time.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the Razor team. Vinnie Blood on the left-hand side, Simon Scott next to him, and then Ian Lewis, the captain, and there's the Wild Thing, Adam's family, Nick and Isabel. In the arena is Growler for the house robots, yawning or barking, and Sergeant Bash 2.
3, 2, 1, activate.
What a fight, 2 of my favourite all-time robots. Wild Thing dashing away up to 12 miles an hour top speeds. Razor turning, just trying to get the feel for Wild Thing. And they have them in their grip, and down comes that hydraulic piercer and slices through the armament of Wild Thing. Isabel Adams at the weapons control of Wild Thing. Student, loves her singing, loves her drama and films. This is dramatic stuff out there. Razor at the weapons control. We just got a glimpse of Simon Scott. Now a full-time robot here. And why not with this machine that is world famous? So is that team, the Razor boys. They now try a push of Wild Thing. Razor 96 kilos, just the lighter of the 2. This is grip and grapple stuff out there. And Wild Thing is trying to hold on so that Razor can't get the crushability factor into play. They're also trying to slice with that front cutting disc. There you see it beginning to turn, but they can't get a purchase on Razor. Razor has them within its grip. There are the exposed tyres we talked about earlier. This is very edgy stuff. Who is the more aggressive here? Is Wild Thing pushing? Is Razor dragging? Is the Wild Thing blade, we can hear it there, scraping the metal of Razor, causing any real damage? Is Razor's beak powerful enough to crumple through that Wild Thing armament? It's very close, but the tyre's about to go, and has gone. Punctured by the Razor beak, so the manoeuvrability of Wild Thing severely curtailed. Nick Adams at the controls, a self-employed electronic model supplier by trade. And Wild Thing, not a model finalist at the moment because Razor looks to be halting its progress at this, the series semi-final stage. Can Wild Thing yet come back into it? Because I think that damage to the tyre could be decisive if it goes up to the judges. Not great control or style by Wild Thing onto the flame pit, bumping away. If it is beaten here by Razor, it gets another chance in the semi-final. It goes into the losers' melee. but I just wonder whether it's sustained too much significant damage here, Wild Thing, from Razor. It wasn't the most emphatic Razor performance we've seen, but it was steady enough, grisly in determination, and almost inexorably, Wild Thing was pushed, shoved, clawed, beaked towards defeat and the bitter doom. Razor certainly through to round 2. You'll get another chance in the losers melee. And there the pirouette, of course.
What a way to kick off the series semi-finals. Wild Thing dismantled by the UK champion, the world champion, Razor. They go through!
From Hinckley in Leicestershire, 13 Black.
Beat number 11 seed Stinger to get to this semi-final.
Remind me of your weight, 13 Black.
Our weight is just about 100 kilos.
Do you think Firestorm can flip you out of the arena, 13 Black?
Only if we don't smash him first.
Okay, but you think it's possible for them to get underneath you and flip you?
Quite possible, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what about their armour? Have you had a good look at that?
Yeah, yesterday I had a quite good look.
Is it thick enough to cope?
Not really, it's only aluminium.
Oh, okay.
Powerful two 750mm steel-bladed carbon composite spinning discs, joint fastest in the semi-final at 20 miles an hour. I don't trust the radio reception.
From Langley Moor in Durham, the number 3 seed, Firestorm 4.
Twice a Robot Wars grand finalist.
Have you got the power to flip them?
Yeah, no problem.
Do you know how much they weigh?
It's got to be less than 100 kilos, so we can flip them.
And can you do it? Can you get... Oh, look, they're having a look inside.
Wow. You just come to say that's not really that thin.
It's not as thin as you thought it was. Have you got those little horrible feelings now, those stirrings inside that make you think this isn't going to be good?
No?
Oh, I know. It's going to be entertaining.
A wedge-shaped robot with a classic pneumatic forward hinge flipper, two-wheel drive and unique active differential, but not very strong for pushing.
Roboteers, stand by.
Two good teams here, John Denny and Richard Morris of the 13 Black team, and their Graham Bone, Hazel Heslop of Firestorm 4. In the arena, Sir Killalot with the Lance and the Pincers. Good to see Shunt back in action, as always.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Did take 13 Black a couple of judges' decisions to get through their heat, but still for me they look very impressive. Mind you, Firestorm so experienced and flicking 13 Black immediately over. Now, can 13 Black right itself? It can technically run upside down. It'll need to after that thrust. And we'll see whether there is life in 13 Black now. Well, they tell me it can technically run upside down. Run, waddle, struggle. Firestorm comes in for the kill. And the 13 Black team really up against it here now. One of the big 750mm spinning discs turning, but slower and slower. And the ref bot has a nudge and a check. And I think John Denny there with the beard, the captain and driver of 13 Black, probably realises the worst is just about to happen. Or is it? Is Firestorm moving? Well, he grimaces. John at the controls of 13 Black. Is Firestorm wedged in? Is 13 Black wedged in? The ref bot therefore can go in and examine. Firestorm's gone up on the angle grinder on the sidewall. And that is not good driving by Graham Bone. That's better away. So Firestorm certainly mobile and on the offensive. Looks like some dreadful insect struggling for life. 13 Black in there. Firestorm coming in. They actually drove themselves into the pit in their first fight in this series in their heat. Survived though, because two others have been immobilised before them. Went on, beat Exterminator in their heat final, and they wait now Firestorm 4 before coming in to drive on 13 Black. The wheels are spinning, but it's going nowhere. And the ref bot has another look. It actually helped both robots out, I think, here earlier to get them off the arena sidewall. 13 Black promptly went back up on the sidewall, and therefore will be counted out. And once again, we'll go into the losers melee with Firestorm 4 clean through to round 2 of this semi-final. You need to get involved in anything silly now, Firestorm 4. Cease is finally called. What's Firestorm 4 doing here? Ah, little friendly help for 13 Black. It's all right now, Graham. It's all over. Oh, big boys don't cry.
13 Black, certainly an unlucky number for them. Firestorm go burning on.
Roboteers, stand by.
Good competitors, Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop, the Firestorm team, and their Dave Peatney in S3, and Matilda's in the arena with the tusks and the flywheel and dead metal, already impressive in this semi-final, is back again. The winner of this battle goes through to the series grand final. It is as simple as that. Firestorm getting in underneath S3. S3 beaten in the series semi-final round 2 stage by Razor last time around. Firestorm has been through to the grand final twice. Bags of experience and meat and muscle there, and something came off the arena sidewall. Such was the power of Firestorm's thrust. 100 kilos moving at 12 miles an hour, and S3 turned up on its side. Now that's an interesting problem. How are they going to get out of that one? Well, with a fair degree of nonchalance, it seemed initially, but then Firestorm flicked them back and up and over! They cheated and they toppled, and Firestorm have flicked them out! And even S3 seemed to appreciate the tactics, crashing down onto our camera tracking system there. But what a good drive by Graham Bone. On the offensive, the initial thrust, then the first flick, up went S3 to come crashing down again. The second flick did all the damage, and though they tried to hang on, their own weight took them toppling. Super stuff, Firestorm.
What a fight! That didn't take very long. Firestorm, the first robot through to the final! It all ends in tears.
Well, yeah.
What went wrong?
Oh, excellent driving, wasn't it? You know, they just had us right on the end there, and it overbalanced, and that was it.
This is a first for you, getting flipped out the arena, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Graceful.
It was like a sinking ship, wasn't it? It just gracefully disappeared over the side. Where'd you go from here, guys?
New robot.
A new robot?
Yeah, new robot, brand new one. Maybe similar design, but she's really tired now. She was sort of sticking plaster holding her together for tonight, and yeah, we'll see where we go.
Alrighty, well, we can't wait to see it. Let's hear it for S3! Well, you're in the final of the last wars.
Yeah.
You're in the final again.
Yep.
Who would you like to avoid until, say, the final?
Probably Razor.
Everyone's scared of Razor.
We're not scared. It's just that we've lost them twice now.
I know you have.
So if we're going to do it again, we might as well do it in the final.
But your driving seems to be so much improved. I mean, you're really accurate. It's really manoeuvrable. It's really quick.
Yeah, it's good. It's very manoeuvrable. Yeah.
All right. Do you enjoy that?
I do. It was nerve-wracking.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, raise the roof for Firestorm.
Down to Mackay. Wild Thing. 13 Black.
So another chance for the 13 Black and Dan Tom Keir team there, and the Adams family and Wild Thing.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Sir Killalot. ready to trundle and rumble, and dead metal.
3, 2, 1.
Brilliant sportsmanship from the rest of the Roboteers to put Wild Thing back together again as Dan Tom Kia, the missing link, now returned, comes in, vents off a little bit of steam and immediately is on the attack and looking much more impressive, taking on 13 Black, one of those discs repaired with a little bit of sticky tape, it would seem. Dan Tom Kia very much on the prowl, smashing onto 13 Black, looking to come again. Wild Thing being thrust away. Looking the lightweight of these machines, Wild Thing at the moment. Reached the first round of the semi-final in Series 5. 13 Black meanwhile takes a terrific pounding there, and Wild Thing, they're being crumpled and munched by dead metal. I think Wild Thing's totally out of it, but Dan Tom Kia played a major part with that shove on 13 Black, then the flick, down it came with a crunch. Wild Thing then drove itself onto the flipper of Dan Tom Kia, and in came dead metal and the sparks flew. The blade is turning, but there's no one at home, Wild Thing. 13 Black, I think, is at its end as well. Dan Tom Kia trying to... Oh! Wild Thing is driven straight into the pit. Dan Tom Kia just pressed the release button. Wild Thing unawares drove themselves onto it. Nick and Isabel Adams have gone out at the semi-final stage of Robot Wars for the 4th time. 13 Black, surely to... How can you smile when you've worked so hard on your machine? What are they doing out there? It's great fun. All that work. Great stuff. In defeat, a smile, and some sort of dance. Yeah, well, the slogan is "Spin to Win," coined by the Hypnodisc Rose family originally, and the Wild Thing team and the 13 Black boys heading out of the series semi-final. Beaten twice then in their initial battle in the semi and here in the losers melee. And Dan Tom Kia looks much stronger now, don't you agree? Link back in place, and the full bottle pressure flipper seems to be working. They want the pit, you can hear the crowd crying. I think Dan Tom Kia want 13 Black out of the arena, just as they flipped Mighty Mouse earlier on in the series and Chaos 2. 13 Black wants none of it. And he's still mobile, and he's still a threat with those two spinners. And he's got it underneath Dan Tom Kia, and once again they're wedged on a grinder. That's the second time we've seen that. Not too clever, is it? So Killalot's there, dead metal briefly, he's retreated to have a run, I think, at Dan Tom Kia. Just away, 13 Black comes in. That's a strong onslaught from 13 Black. When it crosses the arena like that, it's travelling at 20 miles an hour, but he's just left himself broadside on for a Dan Tom Kia shove, and 13 Black goes over yet again. And we've seen, though they claim they're invertible, they can run upside down, it's hardly quick progress. Dan Tom Kia, one or two shoves more. It's going to go to the judges, this. I don't think they'll have too much work to do to decide the winner. Dan Tom Kia or 13 Black? Wild Thing are definitely got.
Another spectacular battle we've thrown to the judges. And the judges have decided the winners are Dan Tom Kia!
From Donisthorpe in Leicester, the number 7 seed, S3.
In their second robot semi-finals in a row.
There's a flurry of activity here. S3 fighting the scary new boys, Dan Tom Kia. You know what you're up against. You've seen them in action.
Yeah, they took Chaos out
They
very
took
well.
Chaos
Yeah.
out, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Can they do the same to you?
Most probably.
It's going to be harder to flip you though, because you're in difficult shape.
Yeah, we don't really like flippers that much because bigger brother took us out of the arena very nearly last year, so a little bit dubious of flippers.
Well, you should be a
Quite well made as well, so it's a strong robot there.
It's really good, and they're good drivers.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, so you're in with a chance of losing then.
Possibly, yeah.
Improved drive this series for more power, better control, heavier and stronger. The vertical disc for more destruction. Weakness, aluminium armour.
From Chertsey inside, Danto Mackay.
Flip the number 5 seeds, Chaos 2 totally out in the heat.
How you doing?
Not bad.
S3 don't like flippers. That's quite good news for you, isn't it?
Parachutes.
You took Chaos out. Can you take them out?
Oh yes.
Oh, absolutely. Then not a shred of nerves.
I've seen them driving.
Fast and agile at 20 miles an hour. There's nothing faster in this semi-final. Reliable, very hard hitting, good, interesting robot this.
Roboteers, stand by.
Dan-Tom Kia team, Michael Lambert, the captain, his son Daniel and Stephen Gadsby, and S3, Dave Parker, Pete Alsop and Ian Pritchard. In the arena for the House Robots is Sir Killalot. Sergeant Bash for a flick of flame.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Intriguing difference in the styles here. S3 looks the heavier. It's not actually. It's a couple of kilos lighter than Dan-Tom Kia. Dan-Tom Kia would look the more sluggish. It's not. It's the fastest. Considerably so. S3 has that vertical spinning disc to cleave, cut. Dan-Tom Kia has the full bottle pressure flipper to get in underneath S3's 3 centimetre ground clearance. Didn't flip. Why? I wonder. Is it working properly? S3 away. Smacking onto the side angle grinder. Dan-Tom Kia. S3 pushing it further in underneath, and they could have wedged themselves in underneath. What do you think? I think they're wedged there, you know. Dan-Tom Kia. So S3 can come in and slice. The Dan-Tom Kia team unhappy. Daniel Lambert asking Dad Michael what's going on. There you can see Ian Pritchard of the S3 side. The ref bot has a glance. Dan-Tom Kia has got to get moving and moving fast here. Let me remind you, the loser of this particular battle goes into a 3-way losers melee for another chance to progress in this semi-final. What's S3 doing? Trying to destroy our arena. Sergeant Bash, have a word. Dan-Tom Kia, what on earth has happened to you? I don't know whether they lost control or power early on. They went in underneath, they wedged themselves. This is a surprise for me, and a disappointment as well, because Dan-Tom Kia were hugely impressive in the heats, but in the series semi-final, they go into the losers melee. Stunned. Both teams, to be honest. So am I. What on earth happened out there? Well, Killalot will probably launch his own exhaustive electronic investigation. And in comes Professor Sergeant Bash, also to give a learning hand. This is the way that house robots conduct an exhaustive electronic examination of a beaten machine. They destroy it, bash it up, twist and torment, crumple, crash, smash, and drop it. See you again a little bit later on, Dan-Tom Kia.
And cease.
Dan-Tom Kia immobilised. S3, they go marching on.
Stand by.
The underdogs, the unseeded Dan-Tom Kia, Michael, Daniel and Stephen. And the reigning champions, Razor, Ian Neil, Simon Scott, Vinnie Blood, Sir Kilolot's in the arena. Ooh, dear. Gruesome menace. That's not all. Look at that. Mr. Psycho.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Can the unseeded underdogs create one of the greatest surprises in Robot Wars history? Or will Dan Tomkier's impressive run end right here and now? They try a flick, but Razor's already got them gripped with the part bird beak, part reptilian jaw. And this is the way they grappled with Wild Thing in the first round of this series semi-final. Razor getting in, fighting at close quarters to prevent being flicked. But Dan Tomkier shoves them against the arena sidewall. Razor very low ground clearance. Dan Tomkier gonna have to go some to get in underneath them. Razor's got them again here. They don't seem to be able to crumple down through the armament though of Dan Tomkier Razor. And this is a typical battle against those Dan Tomkier boys for the reigning champions. I think they punctured them. Yes, they have. Or is that just a dent? Maybe it's just a dent, you know. I think it is. See if we can get a second look at it a bit later on. There's Daniel Lambert, the weapons officer of Dan Tomkier, teenager. Razor in underneath. Again, low ground clearance on Dan Tomkier. Named after Michael's 3 children, Michael Lambert's 3 children. Razor's beak has been a role model for many a weapon in Robot Wars, and finally crumpling and piercing. It is immensely powerful, the hydraulic piercer of Razor, and it's pushing Dan Tomkier slowly into submission. Now what damage is it doing as it cuts through there? Pushed onto the arena, side angle grinder, but Dan Tomkier away. The winner through to the grand final. Razor again. Oh, look at that, just crumpling down and preventing the Dan Tomkier flipper working because of its awesome power, Razor. They simply can't get the weaponry working, Dan Tomkier. And Razor has been once more monstrous as the hammer comes down of Mr. Psycho. Ooh, Razor, get away from there, I would. Push Dan Tomkier into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, and bang! Down came Mr. Psycho's hammer. Now Dan Tomkier pushing Razor back towards Sir Kilolot. This is intriguing stuff, because Razor are not through yet, not by a long shot. Dan Tomkier right back in the fight.
Cease.
And it goes to the judges. They don't look too confident, or do they? Judges deliberate. Oh, Sharky seemed to be doing a lot of the deliberation there. What was he marking on? The aggression and damage caused by Razor? Dan Tomkier onto the flame pit, being pushed. Again, being hammered, but then coming back into the fight and pushing Razor at the end.
Well, the judges have made the decision. We all know the criteria: style, control, damage, and aggression. They've gone for Razor! Guys, you beat Chaos 2, 4th seed. You beat Wild Thing, 9th seed. You came up against the top seed, and it all went pants.
Yeah.
But come on, guys, you're the new kids on the block. This is your first foray into Robot Wars, and you got so far. And it wasn't like a humiliation, was it? You know, they didn't like count you out or anything. It went to the judges.
We went the distance. If things had been a little bit better for us, it would have been different, but yeah, it's good.
So listen, now that you've started and you've got your first war under your belt, looking at the robot, what can you change to ensure that next time you're up against Razor,
you bash him.
A different driver.
Never mind, guys. You've been great competitors. It's nice to have you in Robot Wars. Hope to see you again next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Tomkia! On the block, but they pushed you all the way.
Yeah, went the distance, which was excellent, and in fairness to them, we were on their flipper at one point. If they'd fired it, they would have got us end over end.
Really?
And I was yelling to Ian, off the flipper, off the flipper.
Yeah,
and he just got off in time.
It's a good machine.
Yeah.
I've seen this machine go before, and it's you know, for a new coming machine, it's a really good design. You can see that there's good thought put into it. Yeah. It's usually operated really well, but I know you suffer a little bit from the nerves. And I think
he does get a bit nervous. Yeah. You can tell when you're interviewing him. He's like,
it's sort of long in the tooth now, so me and Simon are kind of chilled out a bit, and this time we're pretty chilled out, so it's working quite nicely.
All right, guys, good luck. Raise the roof, go ballistic. This is Razor!